Let's try this.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Yeah. Doggone it. What in the heck is going on with this stupid thing? Oh my god. This is so annoying. Okay. Alright, there we go. What kind of a delay do I got here, though? I don't know what kind of a delay I got.
Well, you just saw me go by.
Not on this one. On the other one up here on the left.
Right, so there's a delay.
There's quite a bit of a delay. Okay. There's the delay. Yep, there you are. Okay. Alright, guys. I guess there's quite a bit of a delay with this thing. I'm looking at 5 or 6 seconds of delay. I don't know. So, Two Family Homestead was, they had their nice little tutorial going this last Tuesday, and I was watching them and trying to figure that thing out. And I guess, and he was giving me some advice. Who was that? I think it's Daryl. Daryl and Sherry. Got my little, got my cheat sheet here. Oh, who is it? Is it Daryl and Sherry over there at Two Family Homestead? Yeah, Daryl and Sherry. They have that tech talk on Tuesdays, and that's pretty helpful. So, Jeremy, thank you for showing up, brother. I appreciate it. Duncan 19 and Abby's Kitchen. You guys are all here. I know, Jeremy at 7:04. I know. I was having some technical difficulties on trying to get the link going. It wasn't. I went live with YouTube, and it was showing that there was an error had occurred. So here I am. So anyway, Dave Northwater, thanks for showing up. Abby's Kitchen, thank you for showing up. Thanks, guys. Thanks everybody for coming in. Well, I'll wait for a few more people to get in here, and we'll talk. If you guys don't know each other, of course, that's the same old. Try and get everybody to subscribe to each other's channels and whatnot. So, Rattle Trap Fishing. Hey, bud. Thanks for coming in. So I was having some difficulties with the live feed. Hey guys, I'm looking at the preview on my YouTube. I've got a two-tone or a two-window thing going on. One of them is the live window with my webcam, and then the other one is the window that's on my YouTube account, so I can read everybody's comments. So I know there's quite a bit of a delay from what I'm seeing on my one window versus what's going on my YouTube. And so I was showing an error on YouTube, so I had to go back and restart my sign into my YouTube account and get that going, and then I had to hit go live on YouTube. But my webcam was already showing. It's been showing a web shot of my living room for the last hour, so I'm still trying to figure out the details with this. So thanks for your patience, guys. I'm gonna have to download Chrome and use that. I think I'm gonna try that. I had Daryl from Two Family Homestead, and he was giving some advice on that, because I was asking him whether or not I should try and stick with Edge, because I have Windows 10 with Edge, and it doesn't have a plug-in so that you can live stream through that Windows operating system or through that Windows program. And so you have to actually have an outside app in order to do the live stream. And a lot of you guys are using OBS, and I looked for that app and I couldn't find it. So I don't know if that's maybe through Chrome only or what the deal is, but no, I haven't been using Chrome, Jeremy. I've been using what came on this computer, which is Windows 10. Edge is the browser. So I don't know how to get rid of Windows, and I think that would introduce a whole bunch of technical difficulties that I'm not prepared to address or deal with. I'm okay staying with Windows. It just I have to get a different browser. I probably have to just download Chrome, and then Chrome has a plugin, of course, because Google owns YouTube and all that. So they have their live stream plugin built into Google Chrome. So anyway, hey Chris, Single Dad Homestead. Chris, how you doing, brother? Thanks for coming in, man. I'm glad you're here. Fantastic. You've been on the road, man. You had a busy week. You had that meeting with your lawyer on Monday and whatnot, and of course we're all dying to see how that's turned out. So, no, Jeremy, I'm not in Silicon Valley. I'm in Southern California. I'm 10 minutes from Disneyland. Silicon Valley's in San Francisco, up in that area. So, I know, but I'm not a computer geek, you know. So yeah, you would think just because I'm close by that, something like that. I'd be able to handle this a little bit more, but some of you guys are a lot smarter about this than I am. I can run a crane like nobody's business, but when it comes to this computer stuff, it takes me a while. Like I was saying to you, Jeremy, in our messaging, that I just don't have time. I'm working 70, 80 hours a week, and then I come home and try to maintain everything that's going on. I just don't have time to sit down and watch a tutorial, and that's the last thing I want to do on a Sunday, is sit down and watch 2 or 3 hours of tutorials on how to run a program. But I guess it's something I'm going to have to do. So, Busy Little House showed up. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, you know what? It's all Cali. It's all bad, right? That's the only good thing. There's a lot of computer geeks down here. Well, anyway. All right. What were we going to do tonight? I was going to talk to you guys about a couple of things, kind of get you guys' input on a couple of things. I know my wife is going to come in here and help me manage some comments, because last time I got so far behind, and Chris and Brett and Amy from Browsford Homestead, and those guys were poking fun, and then Joey jumped in, and we had a good time last time. It was a lot of fun. I was so excited to be talking to everybody that I couldn't keep up with all the comments. It was just and I had some guy that knew me from a similar job experience. He was an iron worker. I'm a crane operator. We worked for the same companies, and funny, he's a conservative, and so he was, which is rare in the union world, right? and he started trying to push buttons and trying to get me to talk politics. He was having a good time with it. It was fun. It was fun, and I don't waste everybody's time with politics. There's a reason why we are all homesteaders and wanting to get off grid, and we want to be independent, and we don't want to be ruled by tyrannical governments and rules and all this garbage. So I know, Chris, you're having some issues with that. So and it's not even a governmental agency. You got your what do you call it? The HOA that you're dealing with over there. So. Yeah, please, everybody hit that thumbs up. That always helps. So it blows my mind to see how many viewing hours you have, Chris. You just started in January. How many subscribers you have and how many viewing hours. That is just so fantastic. And if I had more time to do live streams, well, you guys all know already by now, I've got plenty to talk about, and I could talk and talk and talk, but I don't, I don't want to talk as much tonight. I want to give you guys more time to write some comments, and we can have a good discussion about stuff. It's a fantastic community, and kind of that topic I wanted to talk about tonight. Hey, before we start talking about some of this stuff, the picture that I'm seeing, guys, on my preview screen for YouTube, it looks fuzzy. It doesn't look very clear. So I don't know how to upgrade the quality of that picture. Yeah, okay. Hey, I've been praying for you, Chris. That's fantastic. I don't know if you can say anything about it, but I'm going to ask you. You don't have to say if you can't say. Are they going to allow you guys to keep animals? Because that was the main thing, I think. I mean, I meant to email you this week, and I just got so busy with work I couldn't email you and ask you some questions about that. But yeah, if you said it's looking good, so I'll definitely keep you in prayer. Been praying for that this week. And Jeremy, likewise, I've been praying for your issues as well, and keeping you on the list. So, once those issues get resolved and you guys are happy with that, let me know and I can take you off the list. So, just a little. Be yourself and it will come. Well, that's for sure. That is one thing that I try really hard to do. When I first started doing these videos, I had been watching some big YouTube channels for a long time, and awesome. Thank you, Busy Little House. Yeah, a lot of people are praying for Chris. That's some, he's got a lot of work. He's got a lot on his plate being a single dad, and so, man, he doesn't need any problems. He just needs people to get out of his way. You know what I'm saying? That's right. You guys had some flooding going on. Hey, Outdoors with Eric, how you doing, brother? Thanks for showing up, man. Oh, that's fantastic. Man, I love the stuff on your channel, Eric. I'm really stoked to be watching. Okay, wow, that's fantastic. Okay. All right, so I can read between the lines there on what you just said there about, so it sounds like you have filed a suit against them with punitive amounts built into that. So fantastic. We'll keep praying for that. That'd be fantastic. So all right. So gosh, Jeremy, I'll just talk to you. We'll message. We'll keep messaging. I don't want to spoil anything. I can't wait for more videos. That's all I'm going to say, Jeremy. If you guys don't know Jeremy from Living the Dream Homestead, those guys are renovating a log cabin. And, of course, as you guys have seen on my videos, we have a log cabin up in Idaho. And log cabins are near and dear to my heart. So anybody that's got a log cabin, man, there's a few people that they're not on here yet, but I'm smashing that button, that little bell, so I can watch what they're doing. So anyway, gosh, I could. This is a fantastic community, and as we all get to know each other and learn about each other's lives and our families, and we share stuff, I think that's what really has attracted me to all of you people. All the stuff that you guys have shared. I mean, it's tough to understand. It's tough to know how personal to get with people and how much to divulge. And a lot of people, we really don't want to. Because this is obviously public, so you don't want to put your address out there. You know what? I want to say it was Idaho Hillbilly. If you guys don't know Kevin and from Idaho Hillbilly, that's a fun channel, and he is definitely a hillbilly, and he is fun. And him and Miss Kitty are up there in North Idaho. I think they're about an hour north of Boise, actually. I thought they were closer to us, but they're actually about an hour north of Boise. They've got a great channel, and they're fun and they're real, and that's what's exciting. But he had said, but they actually do eBay and sell things, go find used stuff and sell it online and whatever. And that's part of how they make their money. And so they have their address out there. And he said they had somebody come from out of state, from Texas or something really weird, and show up at his daughter's work in Idaho, wanting to meet him and talk to him and stuff. So it got a little weird for them with somebody like that, and I've heard of that happening a few times. So it's a good reason why you kind of there's some whacked out people. I'm just gonna say it. There's some strange people with weird ideas, fanboys that just want to show up and they just want to be near you. I mean, we all know the stalkers and the people that get arrested trying to sneak over some of the movie stars' homes and stuff. And let's face it, this is public. This is media. This is as we all grow bigger and get more and more exposure out there, and it's public. People can see it. They like you. They want to come see you and meet you, which is very, very good most of the time. But I was watching. I don't know. A lot of you guys are subscribed to Dutch and Arms Family Homestead, and those guys were doing a live today with their meet and greet, and then Daniel's phone, I guess, overheated or something, and so Dutch's wife started doing the live, and they were doing a giveaway and stuff. That was a lot of fun. I can't wait to do that in North Idaho. Well, Chris, you guys have a bunch of people out there that you guys can network out there. Watching the guys in the Midwest and on the East Coast and stuff, and you guys. There's a bunch of you guys that are already really well established. So, Outdoors with Eric, you guys had somebody harassing your wife on her channel. Wow. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. So thankfully, I've got a couple of you guys are moderators in here for me, and I return the favor, and so that's key to. That's key to keeping the weirdos out. And this was what I wanted to talk about tonight, guys, was just talking about this whole YouTube experience with you guys, because I'm new to it. I know Chris is new to it. Chris, you're way better at it than I am. You're such a natural and calm on tape. Anyway, what I was talking about was when I first started doing this a while back, watching these channels and seeing how they were watching them grow. Like example, Heath and Cedar on Red Poppy Ranch. I actually started watching Pure Living for Life, Jess and Alyssa on Pure Living for Life over a year ago, and kind of just learning about the whole homesteading thing and getting debt free and all that kind of. Because that's what we wanted to do. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. I didn't see what happened there, but thank you for that. Yeah, getting a P.O. box is definitely important. So I had reached out to Heath from Red Poppy Ranch, and I would be pretty humbled if he found the time to tune in. But he's got I think 4 kids, and he's busy, and he's trying to put drywall and getting that place done so they can move into that place in summer. If you guys haven't watched Red Poppy Ranch, that guy. Honestly, he has made me tear up. I'll be vulnerable with you guys. He has made me tear up on some of his videos, because he'll do his he'll tape himself building his house, and he'll do it in fast forward, and he'll come back and he'll edit and he'll narrate as he's showing what he's done, and then he'll come back and talk about it. And some of the stories he tells is it absolutely reached down to the core of my heart, to my soul, and it moved me. That guy is a great storyteller, and there's a reason why he's, well, I don't know how many subscribers he has now. I think he's getting way up there. I think last time I looked, he was 15,000 subscribers or something, but he's growing fast. So, anyways, watching all you guys, this is the best reality TV. I seriously have. I tried to take a nap today, and it's all I could think about was this live stream today, and how excited I was to come and talk to you guys, and knowing that we have 9 in here right now. That's last week we had 23 going, and I know that was on a Saturday night, and I wanted to do it a Saturday night, but my daughter was home from school, so I couldn't do it on a Saturday night. But she just left this afternoon. She's going back. She's getting her nursing degree at Grand Canyon, so I can't wait for her to graduate. She's just barely got a year left to go, and she'll be a nurse. So that's why we didn't do it last night. But Saturdays look like it was. I'm going to try and do a live stream every Saturday night. And Heath had told me, he'd given me some advice, and I'd reached out to him and asked him about how he got into doing videos, and he said he didn't have a lot to say except be yourself. And I thought that was absolutely just I kind of was like, that's interesting advice, but okay. I don't have a problem being myself. I'm not gonna fake and put on a show for people. I tend to wear my emotions on my sleeve, and there's a couple other like Russ from Happy Colorado Homestead. He's pretty out there. So emotionally, he just lays it all out there. So anyway, so that's what I've tried to do, and I know what. Okay, so now my comments are like way behind all of a sudden. I don't know why I did that. I've got to make sure I stay up on I'm trying to stay on my comments. Yeah, Jeremy. Baker Creek Festival. So. Oh, okay. Is the Baker Creek Festival, Chris? Is that where Arms Hammy Homestead and everybody's at? Is that where a bunch of guys are? Hey, bud. Son just walked in. Is that where a bunch of people are at right now? Yeah, Jeremy. I got a story to tell you, Jeremy, about the hate comments. So, hey, getting started on homesteading. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, you're right. They'll find you. They'll definitely find you if they're persistent enough. They can definitely track you down. I've tried to be really careful about our place. Hidden Valley Homestead. It's definitely in a hidden little valley, and I don't want to tell anybody where it's at unless I can trust them. And I know I can trust 90% of you, but honestly, anybody can act like a cool person and be a psycho on the other side of the camera, and you would never know it, right? But that's the nice thing about the live streams. You all can pretty much, you all can read people's body language, and definitely by what they say and what they do and how they act on even a live stream or in their videos. Especially people of faith. I feel pretty safe with people of faith. So. You're darn right, Chris. That's right. You don't want to find me either. Yeah, I need to watch some more of your stuff, Chris, on gun safety and all that stuff. I love that, and in fact, with your background, I understand you saying having been an air marshal at one time. That's a pretty neat story. So, I did watch one of your lives a while back, and you were talking about some gun safety, and I thought that was fantastic. So. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jeremy, your property's posted, so is mine. And the last time we went up, they had taken some of my no trespassing signs down. So but my neighbor, I put some more up, and they know. Apparently, the word is pretty well out up there in Idaho. For those of you that don't know, up in Idaho, they just expanded the stand your ground laws in Idaho and the property rights in Idaho, and that's fantastic. If you are on somebody's private property and you're the owner, I'm sorry, if you're on somebody's private property, the owner can assume you were there for nefarious reasons. Just let that sink in for a second. It doesn't have to be in your house. Like here in California, boy, when they run out the front door, if they try and rob you and they try and break in your house and they run out the front door, you can't chase them down. No, I'm not saying you can't chase them down. You shouldn't chase them down. Or you're not. I'm not saying you can chase them down in Idaho. But if you're out there walking on your property, you don't have to be in your house. They're walking on your property and somebody comes up. Boy, oh boy. So you better know where you are in Idaho. It's a big deal up there. So if it's posted, ooh boy, you better watch out. You better be making noise and calling out to the landowner, or you better hope. Anyway, yeah, orange paint up in Idaho. Who was it? What channel was it I was looking at? I think it's Joey. Joey in My Slice of Heaven was saying he's at a, I think he was at a wedding today or a family picnic or something. Joey was saying in Missouri it's purple paint. So yeah, orange. It's you paint oranges on the trees, you know you better stay away. So Mimsy's Garden, hey, thank you for coming in. Fairy Tale Creations, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Thank you so much, guys. Fantastic. Yeah, if you guys hit that like button, that'd be great. Appreciate that. I always forget. I get so excited with some of you guys' channels, coming in and watching. I get excited and I forget. I just go right into the chat and start blabbing away and throwing comments up there, and I forget to hit the like button, so I have to go back and hit it. So, is Stivers Homestead? Hey guys, hey, thanks for coming in. I am humbled that Stivers Homestead is here. One of the big channels, stopping in for one of the little guys. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Amy Browsard. Oh boy, here we go. Let the fun begin. The Browsards like to tease. So thanks for coming in, Amy. Appreciate it. Is your dad working tonight, Amy? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Amy is Brett's wife. It's Abby. I'm getting it straight, guys. I had to look at my cheat sheet. All right, let the fun begin. Go ahead and start poking. Start poking. It's okay. I get it. So, yeah, there are just so many channels and so many people out there, and it's so much fun. And the networking, the things that I've learned from you guys, you guys heard me say that about 20 times last week. So I'll stop beating that dead horse. But thank you guys for all of the things that you guys are doing. Thank you for the networking. Thank you for the positive comments and the feedback. And that's how we all learn. That's how we all get better and we help each other grow. That's fantastic. Brett's not working. All right. Is he sleeping? He's not getting paid to sleep, right? Those firemen. I have a couple of cop friends, and they say that fireman job is the biggest racket in the world that was ever created. But hey, I'd rather pay you to sleep and be ready if my house burns down than not, right? So, all right, getting started on Homestead. Thanks for coming in, guys. Appreciate it. Stivers, yeah, you guys are you're bigger than me. You're bigger than a lot of us guys, so it's cool. Mimsy's Garden, yeah. Thank you for coming in. Hey, I think you made a comment. Oh no, you know what it was? It was Geeky Gardens. I posted a video about my garden, and I put the garden in, and I've had some seeds that I've had leftovers from years past. I tried to plant them, and they haven't come up yet, and it's been 3 weeks, and so I'm gonna have to go get some more seeds and maybe even get some starts and get that garden jump started. But anyway, Shasta Valley Outdoorman, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Yeah, you know what? Getting started, yeah, well, out here in California, we have a lot of mines out there in the desert, and they've been known to hide more than just trash and boulders and rocks. Yeah. So, anyway, all right, guys. Well, thanks for coming in, everybody. We got a nice little crew in here. I'd want to throw some of this stuff out at you guys. Had been chatting with another channel over this last few weeks and talking about talking about how channels treat each other. So I know the reality of this whole YouTube experience. And with my very first video, it is long-winded, and you guys probably haven't watched it, and you don't. I'll just tell you to summarize what I said in it. But I had to really think about whether I wanted to do this, because I mean I work full time. Both my kids are in college, so I don't have a ton of time spent with them really much anymore because they're always out and about. But I'm gonna spend time with my wife. So it did free me up as far as after hours work or whatever. It's 1T, Chris. 1T in my name, and that's the correct way to spell it, the true Scottish way. Not that I'm Scottish. I think I'm like a quarter Scottish, but anyway, it's 1T. Thanks for asking. Yeah, Jeremy was really quick to get the spelling of my name right, because I've been misspelling Jeremy's name for a while. So now every time I talk to Jeremy, I have to put the O in there. It's Jeromy. So anyway, Westwind Survival. Hey, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. So talking about this YouTube thing, I had to really think about whether it's something I was going to do, because having watched, I actually listened to Pure Living for Life. They actually shared quite a bit about what they're doing, and they were spending 8-10 hours a day building their house, and then they were spending another 6 to 8 hours every night editing video. And the first few times I did this, I'm like, yeah, this is going to take some time to do. And I've watched some of you guys on some of your videos, and you guys are a lot better at it, I think, than I am. You guys are able to, and I don't know if this is because you guys are scripting your videos, or if you just kind of have it in your brain, a simple, quick video about what you're doing, and it turns into a nice 10-minute, thanks, 1T. That's right, Jeremy, thank you. Capitalize that T. Westwind, thanks for coming in, guys. Seeds, I'll get to seeds. We'll talk about seeds in a second, Fairy Tale. Thank you for that. Amy, yes. We'll talk about seeds in a second. So you guys I got some really great input from you guys on that last video. I really appreciate it. Anyway, on spending the time to do this. So you guys are really, really good at this. Chris, you're really good at doing your little intro, and then you cut to your video, and it's just clean and simple, and you're calm, and it flows. You know what I mean? So some of my videos are super cut up. I have to go through and edit stuff out. Oh, I didn't want to say that. Oh yeah, I did want to say that. Whatever. And so it takes time to edit that. So being yourself and trying to do a script. I've been trying to watch Nick Nimmons, for one of those YouTube creators, and a couple of those other big channels that they give hints to YouTube creators. And so hopefully my stuff, the editing, at least the flow, I'm hoping it's getting better. I've got some great positive comments from you guys saying you like it, you like the music and whatnot. But at some point you got to get a lot better with your workflow. They talk about workflow and managing how much time you spend on editing versus shooting versus if you get big enough. I don't know. Maybe Wrangler Star, maybe he's big enough he hires somebody to edit his videos. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Getting started on homesteading. Every channel was small at one time. No script, one shoot, one video upload, then no editing. Well, that's because you're that good, Chris. I don't know what to tell you. Everybody can see it. And that's why you're growing so fast. You're just that good. So I'm behind the ball on that. So anyway, oh, right. What did Browsard say? Yeah, you guys are doing. Yeah. Go ahead. Start overwhelming me with comments again, Amy and Brett. Thanks for that. Oh, yeah. Nick Nimmons is great, right, Brett? That guy's awesome. Eric, your last video. Are you talking about your video? Or are you talking about one of mine? Was that one of your? See, outdoors again. Now you've got the Kubota, or I forget where I met you, Eric. I'm trying to remember which. Let's see here. If you guys don't know Eric, he's got a really, really good channel as well. Here we go. So I'm sorry, you got quite a few. That's right, you got the Kubota. You got the 2501. That's right. Okay. Come on, Chris. I'm serious, man. You're a natural. You do it really well. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Brett. You guys are awesome too. I love the dynamic you guys bring every time. So yeah, you had the trespassers on yours. I haven't watched that one yet, Eric. I watched your Kubota review. That's what it was, and because I haven't bought a tractor yet. I'm going to buy a tractor. I'm hoping by next summertime. So I am really looking. I'm looking at the L series, and I think you responded something about your L series is the best one to have. So, yep, yeah, your Kubota stuff and your trespassing stuff, and that's how I think I saw you on one of Browser's live streams. So, hey Ralph, thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Awesome, thank you. Hey, reap what you sow. Hey guys, thanks for coming in. Holy smokes, we got a bunch of people in here. Thanks, guys. So I was gonna have my wife come and help me manage the comments here. Honey, are you gonna come help me? She's almost done. She's doing some creations here. So my wife is doing her crafts, and she is extremely talented in her one of her Christmas gifts was a vinyl cut machine years past, and she has just gone crazy with that, making all kinds of cool wood art and pictures and all kinds of neat stuff. So we're hoping that I'm hoping that she'll turn that into a business and start selling crafts and stuff. So well, here we go. There's the cup right there. Everything's possible for those who believe. Chris, I'm going to email you. I'm going to get your address. I'm going to be sending you something here. And my wonderful wife is, my better half is the one that's going to be making it, so helping her with it. So cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Fairy tale. Thanks, man. Yeah. That's our boxer. That's Marley. What is she chewing right now? Oh, yeah, that was a soccer ball. You know, she's not a large boxer, but she got a hold of that soccer ball, and she has been tearing the heck out of that thing. And it's now, of course, it's deflated. It's gone. There's nothing much left of it except for the shell. So she loves to chew on that. Hey, honey, she wants my coffee cup. He wants my coffee cup. Chris from Single Dad Homestead says everything is possible for those who believe. Where did we get this cup from? Yeah, of course Marley wants to play fetch right now. She wants to. Yeah. No, not right now. I'm busy. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Now we get all the comments going. Now you guys are gonna get me all distracted again from what I'm trying to accomplish here, for crying out loud. I'm trying to have a conversation. All right, I'm going to make sure I get caught up on the comments here so I can stay ahead of the browsers. Imagine Acrewood. Hey, what's happening, Josh? How you doing, brother? Fantastic. I hope you did a video of the orchard, Josh. And on that note, I'm sure, especially Josh, I'm sure you're tired. You guys are all tired. It's a weekend, Sunday night. I wasn't planning on doing a Sunday night. I want to do a Saturday night live on a regular basis as much as possible. Seems like more people are available, but if we don't want to go super live tonight. I got to be up at 4:30, and my wife's got to be up at 5, so we don't want to go 2.5 hours. Chris, you had me talking for 2.5 hours last time. I couldn't believe it. So we're not going to go that. We're not going to go that long tonight because we all got to get up and start our week tomorrow, right? Today's our day of rest. So anyway, okay, cool, Chris. I'm going to write that down. Can you get packages there at that P.O. box? Unicoi, P.O. Box 13, Unicoi, COI, Tennessee. Now, I know it's late out there in Tennessee. And same thing as browsers. You guys are in Central Time, so you guys are 2 hours later, so it's 9:40 your time. And then Chris, are you 9:40 p.m. as well, or are you 1 hour further? Is it 10:40 p.m. your time? You're a little bit further east, so I don't want to keep you guys up too late. Hey, if Chris can take it, I'll blame Chris all day long. I can't blame the browsers. I can't blame you guys because there's 3 of you, and you guys all gang up on me. So I gotta tread lightly with you guys. So yeah, it's definitely all Chris's fault. So anyway, so I wanted to just touch base with you guys and just kind of throw this out here as far as sizes of channels and whatnot. I know you guys think you're smaller. I look at you guys as big channels because I look at that 1,000 subscriber as the mountain, right? And then once you get past the mountain, to think, good grief, how long is it going to take to get 1,500 or 1,600? Obviously, Chris, he's dynamic and people love him way in his story, and so he's growing like crazy. And browsers, have been well established for a long time, and but you look at some of these other channels that have 10, 20, 50,000, you think, holy smokes, not that if you don't just stick with it, you'll get there, right? But I had some interesting comments this week from another creator, and I'm going to share some of those comments to you without divulging anything else. It was talking about how some channels don't respond to comments, or don't respond to, say, the little guys. And his impression, his perspective was that he was a little guy, and the other channels that he was jumping in with and speaking with was that they were bigger channels. Not necessarily way bigger, because late night with Chris, yeah, definitely, right? I can't believe how late Chris stays up sometimes, and he's doing all that work on the homestead. That's crazy. You're crazy. You got more energy than I got, Chris. Well, you're younger too. You're only 40 or something, right? Well, I'm 50. But talking about some of the channels and trying to make comments and reach out, and he felt like he was being ignored. And so I was trying to be positive and be encouraging and say, well, number one, you got to be persistent. Number two, you got to keep your name out there. So if you're persistent and getting your name out there, you're going to get recognized at some point, and they're going to have to address you. And so I wanted to ask you guys to well, it's hard to ask. It's hard to ask this because even though I feel like I'm a small channel, I still feel like I do everything I can to respond to comments and answer people's questions and give a heart or a thumbs up or say thanks for watching kind of thing. Who's really good, who's a big channel, is Arms Family Homestead. Daniel, it might take him a day or so, but I'll leave a comment for him and he will leave a heart. He'll leave a thumbs up on my comment. And he says he tries to read everybody's comments. And so, but the bigger you get, I'm seeing that as, you're 45? Oh, I thought you were 40. Well, okay, 101 in dad years. Yeah, this is very true. Sand Hollow Homestead, hey, thanks for coming in. Yes, Sand Hollow, Idaho, that's right. Okay, everybody hold that thought for a second. Or better, me hold my thought. I got to write down Sand Hollow Homestead because you're in Idaho as well. I'm trying to compile a list of all of my Idaho channels because once we get up there, we are going to do a meet and greet. We're going to do what Arms Family and Dutch and those guys have been doing. We're going to do a meet and greet up there. We're going to get to know each other and press the flesh because this is way cool, and interaction online and stuff is way cool, but I want to see people face to face. So Sand Hollow Homestead. I know you guys are in Idaho, and give me your names really quick, everybody on your stream. So I'll write you guys' names down. So, yep, Jeremy's in North Idaho. Jeremy's really close to us. So you guys, if you guys don't know, have each other's channels already subscribed, hit each other up. So we're gonna do a live stream. I mean a meet and greet at some point up there. And I'm hoping to take a day and come see Jeremy's place. They're up there full time now, so I'm hoping to see his place when we come up this July. So, busy little house, yeah. Yeah, Chris makes it fun. Well, are you going to be barbecuing, Jeremy, or what do we bring? Am I bringing the meat? Are we going to barbecue on your grill? I know you got a propane grill out there, so yeah, we'll come over for dinner. We'll come over and hang out and check your place out. Absolutely, bring you some home warming gifts. So yeah, thanks Brett for that. Thank you. And Browsard Homestead brings it right back to the conversation. Thank you for that. It's amazing how much influence you guys are having on me in my live streams. I'm not sure that's a good thing. Well, maybe. Anyway, I'm just kidding. You guys are fun. Yeah, you know what? If the busier you are, now my job, I don't watch while I'm working, but on my breaks, I do have a lot of time where I'm just hanging. I'll hang for 10 minutes before I have to go back to work because they're not ready for me to pick something. I'm a crane operator, so they're not ready for me to pick something up. So I can make a comment on something, or I can check my notifications. So I have plenty of opportunity to stay pretty well caught up with what people are saying and commenting. So I have that unique ability. And now, Brett, I know when you're at the firehouse and you're sleeping, obviously you can't respond, or if you're fighting a fire, you can't respond. But I'm not sure what you do with the other 30 hours of your 40-hour week, if you're able to keep up with comments or not. So I gotta poke back, right? I gotta poke back. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with everything. One of my biggest gripes is there was a big channel. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I'll say it. They're never going to see my live stream probably. Pure Living for Life. All right, I've had this conversation with a few creators, and they don't. At least they never responded to my emails or my questions or my comments. But I can sympathize with that. I can see why, because they are insanely busy. But gosh, at some point, at what point is too big to respond to your fans? You know, if you don't have your fans, if you don't have people watching, so I don't know how to do that. I'm just going to do the best that I can to answer people and respond to them. And I guess it kind of depends. It kind of boils down to your purpose of doing YouTube. If you're not trying to just, you know, charge hard, and that's what I was talking about with my friend this last week, was kind of depends on what's your purpose. If you're not just doing this for a business, I would think if you're just doing it for a business, that you'd lose a lot of the genuineness of who you are. You know, you'd be putting on a show. You're a performer, and to a certain point, we're a performer, but I don't know. I see a lot of reality. I see real people here. You know, so yeah. Come on, Brett. Don't say it. That's funny. Yeah, you know what? Getting started on Homestead. I'm doing it. Yeah, it's a community. That's exactly right, and that's why I started doing live streams. I started watching YouTube to learn stuff. You know, that I like to tell people, I stayed in a Holiday Inn last night and watched a YouTube video, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to rebuild the engine in my car now. That's, you know what? It's true. I've used YouTube videos to rebuild my Toyota truck. Look up how many times have we done that? I've done that. How many times have you guys done that? So the community is what it's really all about for me, and I know for a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys, it's about networking and learning and getting to know people, and especially once we moved full time to North Idaho. And you know, I'm as you guys have seen my trailer, probably most of you. I've got a city girl wife, and I'm trying to get some of the city out of the girl, and she's going to need new friends, and I'm going to need new friends up there, and you got to depend on each other to get, especially with an off-grid kind of lifestyle. There's all kinds of things you need help with. You can't always do it on your own. So
Hello,
yeah.
everyone.
There she is. There's my. Oh my gosh! You already did it. Wow.
That's what I was working on, so I had it.
Okay. All right, guys. You guys get to see the very, very first logo design that my wife just did. See, that's what people are seeing right there.
Oh wow, that's very slow.
This is what our camera's seeing, and that's what they're seeing. Okay, guys, here we go.
Why is it so slow?
There's a delay. Oh, can we see that with the lighting? Oh, we can't see that with the lighting.
What do you need?
I don't know. What can I do to?
Black?
There we go. I get it. It's got to get in the shot. Check that out, you guys. So, I don't know what is this, a bag?
It's my iron bag. Yeah, it's my bag.
Oh, it's the bag
I
used
just
for
had
ironing.
something there, so I just worked.
So
I should have done it black, but I didn't think about it.
that's our logo, guys. That's going to be going on everything that we're doing with. Can you even see it right there? See, it's so blurry. Sunny Slope Homestead, thanks for coming in. Yeah, Josh. Oh, that's interesting. Thank you, Chris, for moderating, man. Thanks. Wow. I guess that means I'm starting to get big if I'm getting trolls. I've never had a troll before, but there we go. I don't know who that guy is, but thank you for that, Chris. Roots and Refuge. Yeah, I've just started watching something about her smile. Her smile is hilarious. It's in all of their pictures. Roots and Refuge, they're a fun homesteading family. So Josh is up in North Idaho. He's in Sandpoint. He's the contractor up there. That's Chris. Oh, see, look, I got my air. This is why I need your help, because look at all these comments that popped up. Hey, you know what, browsers? That's not my fault. This browser is not keeping. It's not scrolling like it's supposed to. So I don't know what to tell you. So now I'm behind in comments again, guys. So.
Oh wait,
okay,
Thank
so this
you.
Hold it into your dart. Oh, why did I put it against my?
Yeah.
Duh. That it's still not going to show. Still not going to show.
You gotta get close.
Yeah, you can't really see it. It's it's because it's white.
I should do one. in black.
We'll do a different one, guys. But anyway, you guys are the first to see our logo, and that's the same logo I have on all my videos and stuff. So she just whipped that out in her machine and ironed that thing onto that bag, to that cloth. So yeah, cool. Thanks, guys. We're gonna that'll be cool if you guys like that logo. And if you guys have any suggestions or any comments about that, let me know. So okay, let me make sure Mimsy's Garden. I love it. Bear Paw Timber. Hey, thank you. All right, thanks, Busy Little House. I wasn't sure. Four Blessings Farm. Hey, thanks for stopping in. So I'm still not clear. The video that I'm seeing of myself on the screen looks really fuzzy. Do I look really clear to you guys? Josh, you know what? Maybe I'll come and wear that up there when I come up this July. Where was I at? Did Chris get me all sidetracked again? We were talking about Bear Paw Timber. You said up here full time. Okay, so you are in Idaho as well. Is that correct? Where exactly, or if you can tell me where you're at, Bear Paw Timber. I'm not going to be up there full time. And okay, so it is a little fuzzy. Okay. All right. If you guys are cool with it, I'll keep running with it. I've got to play with the settings on how I upload the quality. I think there was I missed that. I saw a little button to talk about quality, high quality versus regular quality. So I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. For Blessings Farm. I hear you. Well, Brett, I hope your eyes aren't that bad. You know, you got to see where you're driving so you can get to the fire, right? Oh, you cracked me up. Okay, cool. Well, Chris, what I'm seeing is I got two screens open on my computer, and I've got my live cam stream, which is obviously instant. I can see myself say the words the instant I say them. And then I'm looking at the window that's showing what you guys are showing, and it's probably about like I just took a sip out of my coffee that was like 5 seconds ago to what I'm saying right now. So anyway, but it looks a little bit fuzzy, so I guess it's feeding all the way back around and coming right back into my computer, and by the time you guys get it, oh gosh, I was on a live stream with Joey from My Slice of Heaven. Love that guy. If you guys don't know Joey from My Slice of Heaven, you gotta subscribe to him. He's a good old dude, and he just bought a dozer, a Caterpillar front loader. Oh, that thing's awesome. He does a Tuesday trail cam where he has these trail cams set up on his property, and I didn't know they had armadillos in Missouri, but I saw that right away. But he's got some neat stuff on his trail cams on Tuesday. So. Oh, Upper Pack River Bear Paw. Okay, I've already talked to you. All right, we already messaged. I asked you where you're at. That's right. But I thought I think there's another guy up there on Upper Pack River. I'm trying to think. Yeah, right, Josh? There's a bunch of us up there. And none of us know who each other is. And so I really want to try and network all of us here. And start a page. Maybe I'll do a Facebook page. You know where I found a lot of people was on Facebook's North Idaho page. I've started reaching out to a lot of those people and posting some of these videos, and so that's going to be a big deal up there when we get together. Right? As long as you can see the smoke in the daylight or the glow at night. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, Josh, you're close to Bear Paw. You guys are just a few minutes away from each other. So, all right. See, now my comments are scrolling bad. They're not scrolling like they're supposed to. Yeah, there's a bunch of us in Idaho. I can't. Oh, you guys are being really, really nice. That you guys are being nice. You're gonna embarrass me. You're gonna get me all distracted and forget my train of thought. Sunny Slope, you borrowed a tractor for tomorrow. Yes, please make a video of your tractor. Do a walk around on that tractor and tell us what the model is, and if you can figure out how many horsepower approximately and what you're going to use it for. Yeah, I hope you don't just set up a camera and just show yourself going back and forth doing your thing. I hope you actually do a little walk around and talk about the implements on it. I can't get enough of that stuff, and I haven't bought a tractor yet. I'm looking. I'm actually looking, but hopefully by next summertime I'll have a tractor. So, yeah, that's right. Bear Paw, you're up there on the upper pack up there, and you had a seasonal creek because the flooding carved a new channel, so you don't get any more water through your seasonal creek. I was asking you about micro hydro, I think so. Nebraska, you know what, Sunny Slope, Nebraska is, that's Midwest, so that's still Central Time, right? You're in the northern area. Yeah, gosh, Josh, you and Bear Paw ought to hook up. You guys are close by. Yeah, Josh has got a great channel, man. He's a contractor up there, and I'm hoping to come work for him. Actually, I'm hoping to come run heavy equipment for him. I'm a heavy equipment operator, so I'm hoping Josh is going to put me to work. And hey Josh, I'll just interview with you right now. I'll just tell you right now, I have carpentry skills. I can weld, as you've seen some of my videos. I can do any kind of construction. I can do electrical. I can do plumbing. and I can run heavy equipment. I'm a certified crane operator. So you can use a guy like me. Let me know. I'll send you my resume, and we'll build stuff. Because you know that place is exploding up there. It's getting big. So, all right. Okay, so you're gonna look at the Mahindras. Hey, Four Blessings Farm. I don't know if you're subscribed to Capper Outdoors, but he just put. Okay, Chris. Good grief. Okay, let me finish talking about the tractors really quick. Now you got my attention, Chris. Holy smokes! You thought you had my attention before. Now I can't even keep a straight thought now. Busy Little House, Capper Outdoors. Go check out his channel. He just bought a Branson tractor, and he got a smoking deal because they're buying a farm, and he just bought a farm in Kentucky. They're moving in Illinois. I guess Illinois has got some horrible gun laws, and it's getting a lot worse. Obviously, with Chicago and all that crap going on over there. So, Capper Outdoors, they're moving, and he bought a Branson tractor. And Branson, at least the one that he bought, has a Cummins diesel engine in it. Fantastic. I mean, you can't beat a Cummins, right? So he got a crazy deal on his tractor, and it's going to come down to price and affordability for me. But I've been looking at Kubotas, honestly. I like the Mahindras, but I've seen a few bad reviews on some of the Mahindras as far as quality. But anyway, so tractors. Yes, please take some video of everything that you're doing and post it, because a ton of people are watching that and looking for it, and you're gonna get some big, a lot of views on that stuff. So I know I'll come and watch it for sure. Yeah, I don't know where Branson is. I mean, there's no dealers. I haven't even seen a used one online, and I've got my Craigslist app notifications going all the time. So all I see Kubotas. I see a lot of Yanmars, of course Fords, and I see a few cases here and there, but it's mainly Kubotas and Fords and stuff out here, at least in California. So, yeah, definitely keep those videos coming on your tractor. So, yeah, they do. They have now Capper Outdoors. I asked that question about do all the Bransons come with a Cummins engine in it? And he said no, only the big ones did, or the big one that he bought. So, but what I understand is that Branson is licensed or has Cummins build, or a cooperative. He said something about having a relationship with Cummins and their help with building their engines. So, yeah, Branson, I think, for the price, if we can get if you can buy a good Branson for 30% less than you'd buy a Kubota, and the quality's there. I mean, that's just no brainer. As long as you have a dealership network or somebody close by where you can get parts when you need them, right? Let's face it. Hey, Chris, are you going to ever buy a tractor for your place? So that's going to be in the works, I imagine, because you got a pretty good sized homestead there. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. I've got 16 here, and yes, I don't have any kind of a timer on this thing, but I guess I could look at my watch. Oh yeah, we're an hour. Wow. Yeah, I got a few things to talk about. Chris, if you're okay, what did you say? You said something after Chris. You said you guys went off grid. Yeah, I am easily distracted. Yeah, YouTube interview. Why not, guys? Yeah, I know Josh is going to hire me. I'm going to make it impossible for Josh not to hire me because I'm going to be right there around the corner from him. So, all right, let's see here. I gotta get caught up here. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anything that Brett said. I got to look more at your videos, Brett. I don't know. Oh, Duncan 900. I love that. Gosh, you can pick up those. Man, you guys, we got everybody talking about tractors now. Look at that. Duncan 900 Homestead. You bought a used 8N. Gosh, you can pick those up all day long for $1,500. $2,000. The problem I have, and Josh and Jeremy, they can all attest to this, is that in North Idaho, we're going to get a couple of feet of snow pretty much every year. And I have a 1.4 mile long driveway from the main highway. The main highway is, of course, plowed every hour on the hour, right? But once I'm on my driveway, it's up to me to get in there. I do have a neighbor that takes care of the first maybe 3/4 of a mile or so, and then we get to the turnoff to our driveway because we're at the end of a road, and it's going to be up to me. And my neighbors that live with me up that road, they take a snowmobile in and out because they don't have a tractor. And I promised them, before we get up there, we're going to have a tractor, and I'm going to keep that road plowed because I got to get my wife to work, and that was part of. So 2 things that I have to promise my wife, guys, to move her to North Idaho. Here it is. I got to keep the road plowed and maintained so she can drive in and out anytime she wants, and I have to have internet, a phone service. I got to have phone service so she can call her mom. Those were the only 2 requirements. I don't know how many of you guys are lucky enough to have a lady that is willing to leave everything she's ever known and go out there to a rural or she says no man's land. We're only 10 minutes from town. It's not no man's land. But that's all I've got to do. So that's a perfect excuse for me to buy a tractor. So I'm buying a tractor, and I want to buy a good one. I'd like to have a Kubota, and I want to get a snowblower. But so the 8 ends, back to your comment, Duncan 900 Homestead, is that the 8 and the 9 series, I don't remember. Those are too old for 4-wheel drive, if I remember right. I have never seen one that has 4-wheel drive, and that's going to be an absolute necessity because I have a little bit of a slope on part of my driveway that I'm going to have the 4-wheel drive for. I'll get chains and all that stuff, but I want to have something that's going to be that I can put a snow blower on, and I don't want to do a rear snow blower. I don't want to drive the thing backwards. I like to have the front snow blower, and the Kubota, certain models, you can get one of those snow blowers. You got to take off the front end loader, and then you've got to put on the frame underneath, and then you got a snow blower in the front, and then you can have a blade in the back, so you can scrape as you're blowing. I got to get it off the road because I don't have anywhere to push the snow. I mean, I can scoop it and then dump it, but that takes forever. So I know it's going to be some money. That's why we're not moving up yet. We're saving up some money to buy those things, so that once we move up there, I'll be ready to rock and roll, and I can keep that road plowed. So anyway, so that's where we're going on the tractor issue, guys. This is why I started watching all of you guys, because you guys have already done a lot of this stuff or have already accomplished some of this stuff. So okay, now I'm way behind in comments now. So honey, I'm going to need your help to keep up with some of the comments. I gotta do the browsers. You're not going to do it? Oh, you don't have a tractor yet, Chris. Okay, so here's the latest comments. So I know I skipped a few of your comments, guys. I'm sorry. I want to go back. I want to go back and... Dave Northwater, hey, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I do. I just purchased an F350 diesel crew cab 4x4, and I was thinking about a snowplow, and the problem again is that I don't really have anywhere to push the snow because there's not like an embankment that I can push it off of. So I guess, and once it gets too deep, pushing the snow becomes almost impossible. And plus I have a dirt road that's got some ruts and stuff in it, and I need to maintain the road. So doing the snowplow thing I don't think is going to be very practical for very long if we get a real good snow. Hey Chris, you can tell me, I'm sorry Chris, Jeremy and Josh, you guys can tell me, gosh, this last March there was got a couple of weeks that was a couple of feet of snow for a long time, right? It was a real late winter. So how deep did the snow get, Jeremy, where you're at? That'll tell you.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, you are amazing. Can you do this right now that fast?
Say it better. Well, I already have it all made. I just have it.
All right, guys. So she went and remade this just for you guys, so you guys can all see this. There we go. So there's the logo, guys. You guys can see that pretty good. So, what do you guys think of that? You guys like that? That's pretty. How fun is this? This is fun. I'm having a blast doing this. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So she whipped that out. That was just amazing how fast she whipped that out. So Now you see how late see the delay on that. So that's what they're seeing right now. And
It's
then
a little unfocused.
well, everybody's saying it's just a smidge blurry, just a little fuzzy, but they said it's good. So I'll see everybody's liking it. So okay, cool. All right,
Thank you.
cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Josh. You know what? That's what Heath at. Hey, Josh, do you watch Heath at Red Poppy Ranch? Have you ever watched any of his stuff? Because he bought that $500 truck, but then he had to spend he probably put $2,000 into it.
Busy. That's a country girl, not a city girl.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, we're gonna make her a country girl. I'm gonna get her into a pair of boots and overalls. She used to have a pair of overalls.
Yeah.
Ponytails, overalls, and boots. Yeah, Jeremy, were you able to manage 2 feet of snow with your quad and the snowplow? I mean, did that really work? Was that good enough? Busy Little House. So you have to subscribe to Busy Little House, honey. So you start trying to get her to start subscribing and networking with you Homestead wives, and I know once she does, she's gonna get plugged in, and she is super creative and super homey, and I love it. Yeah, February. It was bad in February, right, Josh? That's Josh from Hidden Imagine Acrewood. He's over there in Sandpoint. He's a contractor.
Oh,
I just interviewed with him right now. I just gave him my resume.
When do you find out if you got the job?
Yeah, right. How soon can I start working for you, Josh? That's what I want to know. Mimsy's Garden. She's still in here. Thank you. Very cool. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Josh, about a truck with a snowplow, and I thought about that. Yeah, Jeremy. Okay, well, the problem is I need to maintain. I need to upgrade the road. I need to grade it once it dries out in the late spring, summertime, and at some point I need to get gravel on there. And then maybe the snowplow will work. But I'm gonna need a backhoe. I need a chipper. I need a brush hog for the back of that thing because I have 5 acres to maintain. I want to put an orchard in. So I got a lot of exactly. It's a multi-use. I want a multi-use tractor. So price wise though, you guys have a point.
Sunny Slope's going to bed.
Yeah. Well, I only have about. What'd you say? Sunny Slope what?
He's going to bed.
Hey, thanks for stopping in, Sunny Slope. I appreciate it. I know it's probably late for you. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Okay, so Josh, Jeremy, your neighbor's got the skid steer. Okay. Oh, well, yeah. Well, you're a mechanic. You're an HDR. He's the guy. Jeremy used to work for Caterpillar, so I'm going to be bringing my tractors, or he's going to come over. And he's going to show me how to maintain my tractors and stuff. So. He doesn't want to work on them anymore. Oh, thank you, Browserd. I'm hey guys, any of you guys don't know how Browserd's Homestead? You need to go check out their channel. They're hilarious. But you know what? The story I've told everybody is the reason we picked Idaho. There's a reason why we did not pick the Southeast, because in the Southeast they got freaking crocodiles in their yard. No. Yeah, I like to walk around in my yard after dark and have barbecue out there. I don't want to be walking around out there and worry about what's sneaking up behind me in the grass. No, you guys are crazy. Louisiana, no thanks. I know, right? Well, did I interview good, Chris? Was that a good interview? Did I interview well? Yeah, you know, Mimsy, I hear you. Your cell's lagging. Mine does that too when I'm up on my crane. You would think I would have excellent service up on my crane. Chris and Browsers, I tried to join your live stream this last week, and my phone kept buffering bad, and I just had to get out. I was getting so frustrated with it. So anyway, yeah, exactly. Crocodiles. You're right, Fairy Tale Creations. Go look at Browsers, one of their videos, and he shows the crocodile in their yard. It's like a 3-footer. Yeah, no thanks. That's almost big enough to eat my dog. An alligator, okay. Oh, okay, sorry. You're right. What's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile, guys? There is a difference. Yeah, I hear you on the snow and using a pickup truck. Mr. Luke's PA, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming in. Uh, okay. The busy little house. Are you asking me in Idaho if we get snakes? Because down in Louisiana, yep, yeah, I'd shoot them. I'd be blasting away crocodiles and alligators all the time. No, we do not get. We have not. We don't have any poisonous snakes in Idaho. At least that's what I've been told. Is that the poisonous snakes don't handle the cold, which is really bizarre because in Oregon they had big timber rattlesnakes, like 6-footers, 7-footers, 8-footers, big monster rattlesnakes in Oregon. It gets cold over there. So I don't know why Idaho is special, why they don't have any poisonous snakes, or very, very few. We had gardener snakes on our property, and I love snakes. I love gardener snakes because they eat tons of bugs. And if we get some king snakes and whatnot, and those are great because they keep the mice population down, mice and rabbits. What? Yeah, it was a baby gator for sure, but heck no. Okay, if there's a baby, aren't gators like roaches? They say if you see one little roach, then that's representative of the bigger population that you just can't see, right? If there's a 3-foot baby gator in your yard, there could be an 8-footer out there in the bushes that just doesn't want to come in and eat you. Nah, no thanks. You guys can have those gators. And I know they don't have gators anywhere else but down there. So, Chris, what do you have up in Appalachias? You guys got snakes up there? You guys got rattlesnakes, timber snakes? Yeah, down there in Louisiana, they got pretty much everything. Well, Missouri, I spent a year in Missouri with my dad, and they've got water moccasins, cottonmouths, rattlesnakes. You wouldn't let me go down to the creek and play because I didn't know how to watch out for water moccasins and cottonmouths. We couldn't just go down to the creek and play anytime you wanted, but they do in the Midwest. But no thanks, man. Those are nasty, nasty snakes, pit vipers, all that crap. No, you can have it. Hey, Tim Friggle, thanks for stopping in. Vacation home in Idaho. Yeah. Sand Hollow, thank you so much for stopping in. Have a good night. Thank you very much. Oh, goodness. So, Josh, yeah, so why is there no venom that far north? I don't understand that. The lizards are... So, we know reptiles exist, and reptiles are cold-blooded. What's the difference between the poisonous ones and the non-poisonous? I don't get it. They're all reptiles, right? I'm going to have to do some more research on that to figure out why, but I like it. So, yeah, I wouldn't let my kids play outside. And same thing with the rattlesnakes, too. Down here in California, we've been camping, and we got into some bad Arizona black rattlesnakes back where we've gone camping and fishing for many years, and we haven't really ever been back because the snakes were so bad one year. I've gone back when it was snowing, but I haven't gone back when it was hot. So, anyway, yeah, copperheads, timber rattlers. All right, well, the black bears are not a big deal in Idaho. The mountain lions, they do have a few, and we have to keep an eye out and be listening. Hillbillies with I imagine you have to watch out for the hillbillies with banjos more than you got to watch out for the bears, especially the big bearded ones. They're the scariest ones. My wife won't let me. Chris, you and Joey from My Slice of Heaven, Russ from Happy Colorado Homestead, you guys all have awesome beards. My wife won't let me grow a beard. But, honestly, I've gotten so used to not.
True, you can grow one. You just can't kiss me.
Well, there you have it. That's why she won't let me kiss her
So
if
you choose not to grow one.
if I have hair all over my face. She won't let me kiss her. So that pretty much says it right there. The chupacabra, yeah. So we have chupacabras down here. That's the Southwest. Yep, we do have the chupacabra down here. So, so the black bears. So my wifey here is phobic of bears. Everything else is fine. I think we talked about this last week. I was telling you guys about this. She's afraid of the bears, but she's kind of actually looking forward to seeing one. But in Idaho, you have to watch out for the moose. my neighbor's been cornered 3 times by moose. You just got to put a tree between yourself and the moose, is what we were told. So, yeah, the mountain lions are scary because they'll stalk you. You know, so you gotta watch out. Sam Squatch. Ow, you're on my sandal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You want to sit down?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, stand by a tree. Keep a tree between you.
Oh, I thought it was a fish hook.
I know, look at the fish hook. So you got to help me. See, Chris is saying, let me have a beard and a smooch. You know what, Chris? Part of I down here it's so hot, and that's another reason I want to get out of California. Oh my gosh, is it's so hot down here? Yeah. Well, now Brett's got a little beard going. He's got the little goatee and everything going on. So you still let him kiss you? I guess he's got to keep it trimmed, right? Like Chris, he's got that big woolly thing, and oh goodness, there are rattlesnakes on the Palouse. Okay, what's the Palouse, Josh? Yeah, you know what, Jeremy? She has shot my guns, and I'm hoping to get her rigged up. Our neighbor gave her a little wrist bracelet that's full of bells that she wears, and then she's got the big giant mega can of bear spray. So she carries that, and she's felt pretty safe with that. But then I carried my 9mm on my holster. So I do have a 357 that I'll be carrying around. Tim Fergal, are you in the Spokane area? Because that's we're an hour or so. We're a little ways away from Spokane, but they got rattlesnakes in Spokane. So why aren't they in North Idaho? I don't understand. So I'm not worried about coyotes, wolves. You guys have wolves in Missouri, Duncan? Huh. So we have wolves up there in Idaho as well. So what am I missing?
Doesn't like his beard either.
Oh, all right, Amy. Well, Chris, the only problem with moose with a 308 is that in Idaho you get one tag in your lifetime. You're only allowed to shoot one moose your whole entire life, and it's a lottery too, from what I understand. But moose meat's supposed to be delicious.
What's the saying?
There's a saying about bells and bear spray. And I am Tim Fergal. You're okay. I gotta write that down. Okay, everybody, hold for 1 second. Hold the comments, Brett. Tim Fergal is
North Idaho, just south of Sandpoint.
Okay. Tim Fergal, I want to say I've talked to you about. I thought you were selling a tractor or something a while back, and I think I talked to you about it, or maybe that was somebody else. Maybe it was on. I remember who that was. Yeah, we have wolves and stuff, and we have lots of coyotes. I'm not worried about coyotes at all. They run away from you unless they're in a big pack and they're starving. I think we'd have a lot bigger problems to worry about than when the coyotes start getting hungry enough to attack a human. So I'm not worried about coyotes. A little thinking about the mountain lion thing. Bears I'm not too worried about because they tend to run away. The moose we have to be watching out for. So I'm eventually going to put a fence around our property with a live wire and try and keep the critters out and about so they don't come at least through part of the property, like around the house. So that way she feels safer up there. So quick comment. Yeah, get me distracted again. Oh boy. Yeah, you know what, Tim? That's a good point about it being drier. That was exactly what I was thinking, is that it seems to be that the drier the climate, the more possibility for poisonous snakes. So, so Josh, moose is now a single lifetime tag. Oh, it's no longer lottery. Okay. I knew it was a single lifetime tag. Look at Bear Paw Timber and Tim Fergal hooking up. Yep, there you go. Sagal. Okay. Yeah, I remember. I've talked to you before, Tim. We actually looked at a house down there before we bought our place. So, elk meat. How many of you guys have had elk meat? I had my first elk. I grew up with my my family hunting in Oregon. We had deer meat. One year, my dad and my brother both got a deer. We had so much deer meat. We had deer meat sausage. We had deer meat hamburger meat, ground deer meat, and then they had made the rest of it into deer meat sausages. I mean, I think these were pepperonis that were probably 3 to 4 inches in diameter, and they were, I don't know, 3 foot long. And they had that stuff in the freezer. We were so sick of deer meat, pepperoni, and sausage and salami, but man, it was so good though. But we tried our first elk steak last summer. There's a place, there's a little meat supply guy right there in town, up in the North Idaho area, where we picked up an elk tri-tip, and we brought that home. You guys have had it, Busy Little House. You guys have had it. Chris, you've had it. Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of places. There's a guy up in another little town up there, Jeremy. I'll tell you who he is later. And he imports stuff he imports Canadian elk meat that's all grass fed. It's the farm raised stuff, and oh my gosh, that tri-tip melted in my mouth, and it tasted almost the same as beef. I was amazed. So elk, my whole point was, the moose you get one your whole life, right? But elk, every year you can get, I don't know how many you can get, 1 or 2, probably just one would be plenty. I almost think I like elk meat better than deer meat. It's not as gamey. It tastes more close to beef. Yeah, Mimsies, you're right. Deer and pork sausage. It was delicious, and especially with the ground deer meat, they had to mix in pork with it so it wasn't so lean. But yeah, deer meat's great. Brett, do you guys really eat gator down there? Do you guys eat gator meat? And crawfish. You know what? I've never had a crawfish boil. That's one thing about the South I would love to do someday is have a crawfish boil. We have a couple places down here that'll do it. You can get jambalaya and a lot of good stuff, but jambalaya is a little spicy for me. 4 blessings, you're going to bed. Thank you very much. Josh, I am a big fisherman. I haven't. See now. Okay, I was gonna try and not go too long, but now you just started a whole nother conversation about fishing. Yes, I fish. I grew up. My dad used to take us backpacking, and this is how oblivious we were as kids. We went down into some of the deepest, darkest canyons in Oregon, where nobody would go in their right mind, but we did. And of course, the fishing was insane, off the hook, because we would go down these canyons, these steep, rock falls and stuff. We would hike way in there, and the fishing is phenomenal because nobody takes the time or spends the effort to get down into these canyons. And we were all backpacking. There was 5 of us kids with us, with my dad and my mom, and we were oblivious to the bears and all the other creatures and mountain lions, and they're out there. But as a kid, you think nothing of it. You got dad there to protect you, right? But yeah, fishing. That's why I grew up with stream fishing in Oregon. in Oregon. Down here in California, we've done a ton of offshore deep sea fishing, and oh my gosh, the first time I took my son on an overnight trip, he finally made it on a trip. He caught a 35-pound halibut, and he was hooked. So in that fall, we went on a 2.5-day trip, and that was when we had the big heavy El Nino about five years ago. We limited out on yellowtail, yellowfin, and dorado. Anybody that doesn't know what a dorado, it's a mahi-mahi. It was the most epic. When they talk about bloody decks, if you guys have ever heard that term, man, now I finally realized, or finally was able to experience what bloody decks meant. There was blood everywhere, sloshing over our feet. That's why you just got to wear boots, rubber boots on those ships. Fishing, man, we got to go to Alaska, Josh, and a friend of ours, his dad retired up there. We were catching 30, 40-pound halibut, salmon. So yes, I have had northern pike one time, and from what I understand, what I remember, it's really similar to barracuda that you catch in the ocean. I cannot wait to go salmon fishing and pike fishing in Idaho. So Josh, if you're I've been ignoring the comments again. So Josh, if you were a big fisherman, Where did you go? Where'd you go? See, I'm so far behind in my comments. Holy smoke. Is the elk tag a draw for out of state? Oh, that's a good question, Chris. Where'd you say? Antelope is cool. Have you ever had Duncan 1900 Homestead? Have you ever had antelope? Jeremy, you just made my night because I'm selling a little inflatable Avon, and I'm trying to use that to save up funds for my my tractor. Now you got 2 boats. I will come and clean your boat and help you maintain your boat and put gas in your boat, and you just got to take me fishing, and I'll go salmon fishing with you. We'll go fishing for pike, whatever. Hey honey, I just found my new fishing buddy.
Oh, good.
I got Josh and Jeremy. They're both fishermen. I haven't had mud bugs. What are mud bugs, Fairy Tale? What the heck? Okay. I'm just going to ignore that one, Fairy Tale Creations. Oh, mud bugs? Are you talking about crawdads? Or are you talking about... I hear if I get... Hey, I've had turtle. I used to work at a restaurant that served turtle soup, and I thought turtle was pretty good. It was kind of like just eating clams, kind of rubbery. Oh, don't tell me that, Josh. The fly thing, the black flies, that sucks. Anyway, gator, frog, turtle. I've had frog legs. That's cool. I've had rattlesnake. Any of you guys eaten rattlesnake? Oysters, raccoons, anything that won't eat you first. Well, Amy, I don't know, but gators will eat you first unless they're too small. But they'll try, right? Do not eat raccoon. Okay, that's good to know. Hey, you know, hillbillies eat coons, right? Hey, Chris. Oh, you're not a hillbilly. Or are you a hillbilly, Chris? You eat coon, Chris? I just had to ask that. I hear they do in the Appalachians, you know. All right, crawfish, mud bugs, same. Okay, yeah. So crawfish, I've had crawfish before. So you fly fish, not a lot of open water. Okay. Hey Josh, did you see my video about the North 40 up there? My favorite store in Idaho. That's a dumb question. You're in Sandpoint, so I know you probably live in the North 40, and you know there's a little fly fishing shop. You guys, if you haven't seen that video I put up, gosh, 3 months ago, my favorite store in Idaho. The video quality sucks because it was just an off-the-cuff, quickie little video I did because I had my phone in my pocket, and I walked around in the store for an hour with my mouth open and drool coming out. No joke. This place is full of guns. It's full of farming equipment. It's full of it's your feed store. It's your fishing. It has a whole corner of the store is dedicated just to Carhartt stuff. This is the outdoorsman, homesteaders, farmers dream store. Oh my gosh, you guys got to go check this place out. I don't do the place. I'm gonna redo that video and post it again and say, okay, this is the video that does this place justice. So I'm sure Josh loves that store too, as much as I do. That fly fishing place, they have a section in the store that's like a store within a store. It's just fly fishing. That's all it is. And they have just racks and racks and racks of feathers for building your own flies, tying your own flies. I think that place is awesome. Yeah, you know what, Jeremy, I've never fly fished either because, you know, worms just work too good. I think for the sport, once I've got my belly full and I've got some fish in the freezer, I'll go out and fly fish for the sport of it. But to me, yeah, Chris is definitely a mountain man. I wouldn't call him a hillbilly. I call him a mountain man. Fairy Tale Creations, I forget where you are. I'm sorry. Guys, forgive me. Please, forgive me. I have my list, and look, it's getting to be 2.5 pages long already, and I got to redo this list so I can actually read it. But I am trying to remember where all of you guys are, and this community that we have. I'm trying. As I get older, I forget. So I'm trying to remember. And it took me, I don't know how many times to remember how to spell Jeremy's name right. And I kept calling him Dave. There's another guy that had networked for a while, and his name was Dave, and I don't know what channel he is or where he's from, but he's up in Idaho as well. So I apologize, Jeremy, for forgetting your name. I will never forget your name ever again, especially after last week's live stream. You and Angela, I'm never going to forget it. So we're going to become lifelong friends. I can see it now. And Chris and the Browsers, you know, after all that ribbing I took last week, I'm not going to forget it. But forgive me, the rest of you. I am trying really hard to remember everybody. The regulars, and as we keep talking to each other and networking, I will remember who everybody is and whatnot. So, and I'll remember names. Mimsy's Garden, Anna. I want to say, is Anna your first name? So, okay, Josh. You know what? I didn't say you should shop there. Yeah, we probably don't have anybody from that store watching this right now, or from the co-op. Where do you get your feed from? Do you go to the co-op, Josh, up there? So all of you guys in the Midwest and on the East Coast, we're talking about our local feed store and our local stores where everybody goes. The co-op is where everybody actually becomes kind of a partner and like an investor in the company, and so you get paid dividends if they make a profit every year. But prices at North 40 they're probably a little bit higher, and same thing with the co-op. They're probably a little bit higher than maybe some of the smaller local places. But okay, so you're up in Canada, busy little house. Oh, thank you for joining us from Canada. Holy smokes, I love it. And you're in Southeast Mississippi. Oh my gosh. So you guys are way down there. Okay. I'm gonna write that down. Bear Paw Timber, I'm up at 4:30 myself. Thank you for coming in. I took a nap today, guys, just because I was going to do this live stream. And my wife said I was snoring. I didn't think I was snoring because I was just thinking about this live stream all night, what we were going to talk about. Thank you for coming in, you guys. If you guys got to take off, gosh, we still got 12 of you guys are in here. Thank you for sticking around. I know Browsers are late nighters. Well, you know what, Brett? You sleep anywhere at any time. You're an opportunistic sleeper, I think you were saying in your last live stream. Yeah, I get that. You know, you got a fire at 2 o'clock in the morning. You got to get up and be 100%, right? Yeah, thanks for coming in, Bear Paw. We'll stay in touch. Okay. The grandkids call you Mimsy. That makes it. That's cute. I love it. That's Woods, Hay, and Grain outside Sandpoint. Okay. All right. So hey, so you guys, I'll give you guys a little heads up. What we're going to be doing, Josh and all you locals, our Idaho people, and the rest of you, heck, you know, Chris, Browsers, are all you people. Just a quick little. You got me all excited talking about this now. I want to do alpacas. My wife is a crafts fiend. She knits, she sews, And when we first met, she didn't do any of this. She was full on city girl, and for whatever reason, she started picking up all these crafts and stuff. I want to have a couple of alpacas, and we've been to that alpaca farm just north of Sandpoint, Josh. I don't know if you've been up there or not, but alpacas are a big deal up there, and they're a cold weather animal that they don't need to have a barn in. That's what's beautiful about alpacas. You shave them once a year, and alpaca wool is like $7 a pound or something, or $7 an ounce or something ridiculous. So I'm looking at it as like a money-making thing, and they're easy to take care of. So that's our plans. We're going to have chickens. I'm thinking about a pig or two. I like the goat thing. I'm not sure if I ever want to try goat meat, but I hear it's good. Jeremy, I think you guys have goats up there, I think, right? Okay, busy little house. Yeah, I want alpacas. There up in Sandpoint, there are alpaca farms, and we went out there, and they are the most adorable little creature. Unbelievable. Red Duchess Farm. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Thanks for the suggestion, guys, because you know this is all new to me, and I'm having a great time, blast doing it, and I'm learning 10 billion times more from you guys than I hope you guys can learn from me, and I can lift you guys' spirits and be encouraging to you guys too. But hopefully, I try and put little hacks and tips into each one of my videos, and hopefully you guys can glean something from that. But so many of you guys are farther ahead of me in this homesteading thing. Anyway, I'm a Red Duchess Farm. Are they a YouTube channel, or are they on Facebook or what? So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have bees as well. Fairy tale, yes, I agree. Alpaca life goals, a hashtag night. I like that. It's a lot of money to process the fiber. Okay, what I understand. Okay, Duncan 1900. You also know about Red Duchess Farm. Okay, I haven't gotten totally into that yet because that's going to be something that we do once we get there. We got to get the rest of the homestead going first. I got to get the chickens laying eggs. I got to get my meat, my dual-purpose meat bird layers, so we can start eating. I want a homestead. I want to be self-sufficient, so we'd be like a lot of you guys that go to the grocery store maybe once a month. Hey, here's a suggestion for a lot of you guys that are self-sufficient. Red Poppy Ranch put up something a while back about grinding their own wheat, because you can buy a 55-gallon barrel of wheat for cheap, and they grind their own wheat. They bought a grinder and make flour with it, and it's fresh and nutritious, right? So we're gonna do that. We're gonna be grinding our own wheat. So anyway. Okay, cool. Thank you, Mimsies. I appreciate that. Thanks for posting that link up there. All right, guys. I'm gonna go watch Red Duchess Farm as soon as I finish tonight. Gosh, it's almost. I know. Gosh, it's got to be late for you guys. It's 8:45. It's 20 to 9 my time, so it's getting late for you guys. All right. Hey, Chris, you're talking about the processing. I have looked into it enough to know that they have fiber co-ops up there. So it's real similar to a co-op for pretty much anything, from what I understand. You can just take your raw fiber there, and they'll give you a wholesale price on raw fiber. So you don't have to process it yourself and bleach it or clean it or whatnot. They'll just give you, and depending on how good a quality the fiber is, they'll give you money for it right there, and you just take it to them. So I'm not talking about doing, dozens and dozens or, hundreds of alpacas. I only got 5. Excuse me. I only have like 5 acres, but I definitely want to kind of get into that a little bit, and if that's a way to make some money, it comes from a lot of different places. Ellen's Flower Garden. Oh yes, that little precious creature that you are blessed with, Chris. Yes, she is so fantastic. We all watch because of her anyway, right? Not you. It's Ellen. Yeah, we're gonna have bees. The more people that do bees, the more we can fight this colony collapse that has swept the country and the world, whatnot. So, 10:42. Okay, so you are 3 hours difference, Chris. Okay. Like we do on tobacco, you're right? Yeah. Down here they have macadamia nut co-ops. They have I know a lot of places where they have nut trees. Like in the Central Valley in California, they have lots of almonds. We're the capital almond grower in the world. So the smaller farmers probably take their nuts to a processing plant and a co-op. So yeah. Hey, good question, Dave Northwater. I don't know that I'm going to do sheep. I don't know. I was thinking about doing some goats just for keeping the grass and stuff down and maintaining some of the property. But I thought about goats for meat, but I've never had goat meat. So I've had rack of lamb. That's all I've had, and it was fantastic, of course. But anyway, I've got to look into the meat thing. I'm still stuck on elk meat and deer meat and raising our own chickens for meat. I'm probably not going to want to eat rabbits. I've had rabbit. It's a little too gamey for me, but yeah, Chris, I understand. She is a little ray of sunshine. We love it. Love it. Oh, okay. Well, guys, I could. No, I'm not going to let you keep me talking tonight, Chris. I could keep talking with you guys forever. I love this. I love this homesteading. I love this networking. I love this community. You guys are all good people. I appreciate all your comments. I love all of your comments. I love your videos you guys are putting out. Keep working on the content, guys. Keep putting out good stuff. Yeah, goat milk. Um, that's what I hear about goats. And gosh, was it Dutch or was it maybe it was Dutch on Keeping It Dutch was talking about goat meat is the largest. It is the most eaten meat across the world. Probably because goats are so hardy, and they'll eat anything, right? I mean, they have goats out in the desert, and they'll find stuff to eat, and you can eat them. Um, Stop it, Chris. Look, a squirrel. No, that's Marley. Marley's the one that sees the squirrel and takes off. Awesome, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. We'll do this. I'm going to try and do this every week, and as you guys can see, I've got plenty to talk about. And the more I tune into your guys' live streams and watch your guys' content, I'm going to have questions about what you're doing, and I love the feedback. I would encourage everybody, as hard as it is, to try and respond to people's comments. The genuine ones that people are genuinely asking because they want to know. We got to keep the community going and keep encouraging each other, and don't get discouraged. I was really hoping a couple of other channels were going to come in here tonight. I gave them some heads up, and they must be too busy. But yeah, busy little house. Definitely would be praying for you guys. Goat meat is the #1 meat across the world. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. You guys have been fantastic. You guys made my night. It's going to be hard for me to go to sleep because I'm so excited over this. So thank you very much, you guys. Have a good night, and I will see you guys on the next live stream. And I'll join you guys' live streams this week. So thanks again, you guys. Again, if you guys have any questions or you want to message me privately, I'm on Instagram. Or Hidden Valley Homestead 18 at Gmail. Feel free anytime to network. And I do respond to that stuff pretty quick. Messenger on Facebook or whatnot. So if you guys want to talk and get to know us and my wife a little better, we'd love to get to know you guys as well. So I'll be praying for you, Jeremy and Chris. Guys, if any of you that are still watching, if you guys like prayer and you have a specific prayer request, I have quiet time every morning, and I have a list of people that I pray for. I know that's something that I can do. I can serve. I can pray, and we're all called to be praying for each other, and we're to be praying about all things on all occasions. So anything that you guys would like a specific prayer request for, and I'll put that, and I pray daily for it. I commit that to you guys. So message me anytime, guys, and thanks again. Hit that likes up on the thumbs up on your way out. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you very much.